Hello, welcome to our live broadcast. My name is Weiwei, and next to me is Tim Takala, the VP of FAE Asia Pacific CommScope. Hello, team. Thanks for
Hey,
joining
Wei
us.
Wei, thanks for having me here today.
And our topic for today, we'll be sharing with our audience how online shopping impacts the network. So, tell me, do you like shopping?
I like shopping online for its
Yeah.
convenience,
Mm-hmm.
right? It stops me having to go to the store.
Right. And customers have a lot of choices these days with their online shopping. So, can you share with us how all this happens?
Yeah, when we look at online shopping, if we move back 15 years ago, uh, eBay, for instance, is where we went to buy goods, right? And everyone's familiar with that platform. When we move forward to today, all these businesses realize that they can access such a large customer base because everyone has a smartphone, right? And everyone has access to high-speed data in the network. So you can buy anything from a car to ordering your dinner tonight, right, on the network. And really, that experience of being untethered and being able to buy things easily, it is created this real-time expectation of the network in the public and the private cloud.
Right.
So these cloud networks support our ability to buy things very quickly and efficiently. I'll give you an example of service. Okay, when you need to book a ride in real time, right? Uber or Grab here in Singapore, it has to go through that public cloud network and give us that real time secured access into the network.
So, today, let's say I were to make an online transaction, whether is it like goods or services, do I get connected to the company that I'm buying from?
It should feel that way. It should feel that you're connected directly to your vendor, but in reality, it goes through many different hops to access the network. So the first stop that it makes is wirelessly to the cell phone tower. And then from there, it goes down through cables, usually fiber, through to the carrier's central office or their data center. And then there's a wide network of long-haul fibers globally that allows all of these carriers to connect together. Okay, and from there it hops out to, let's say, co-locations where businesses will have their POP or their point of presence, and you actually access the vendor's network to buy the service or the goods that you're looking for. And one of the things that's really important about this is being able to do that transaction in real time and securely, because we're doing credit card transactions. We have to access banks, right? We have to access real-time locations for individuals if they are, let's say, purchasing a transportation. So really, that seamless feeling of the network running in real time is what we're looking for.
Right. Speaking of which, so, with so many transactions happening online, what's been done about security?
Oh, great question. So when you go to a data center, all these different types of data centers, it could be, carrier data centers, it could be co-locations, it could be enterprise data centers. They are typically very secured from the outside. But when it comes to the physical infrastructure that we have laid globally, we have to prevent the man-in-the-middle attacks. So people actually, plugging into the network, like the network behind you, and doing something malicious. Here at CommScope, we have a system called Envision. It's part of the Automated Infrastructure Management Standard, or AIM standard, where we're able to detect any unauthorized breach at the physical layer and actually see in real time when somebody plugs into the network that shouldn't be there.
So, with so many transactions like taking place, so wouldn't this like add extra burden to the network?
Oh, network speeds have grown typically every 3 to 5 years by tenfold. So we went from 10 meg to 100 meg to 1 gig, now to 10 gig. And what we're now seeing is an exponential increase in speed because there are so many smart devices that are accessing the network. So what we now have is speeds of 100 gig, 200 gig, 400 gig. And why these speeds are required behind the scenes, right? Not from your device, but behind the scenes. Because we're getting access to things like 5G, where we're able to access, high definition video in real time. In order to support that, all of the core devices within the data center have to move as quickly as possible. So, when you look at the Googles of the world, they're looking for as much speed as they can get between their devices, as well as the speed between the data centers that support the networks globally. So, it's really about the low latency and being able to deliver real-time
Right.
feeds, video feeds, like the video feed we're doing today, right?
So, the last question. So, what does CommScope do to make this experience even better?
CommScope, we create the network that's behind you. We create the copper networks, the fiber networks, the wireless networks that support not only the high-speed data traffic that happens between devices and between data centers globally to support your online shopping experience, right? But we also create that infrastructure to support 3 generations of equipment out. Because customers don't want to be ripping it out, putting new in, ripping it out, putting new in. They want to work with a vendor like CommScope that's able to supply a network that can support them for the future.